People always tip at sit-down restaurants, but what about fast food restaurants? According to thesimpledollar.com, the average American spends $232 a month on meals prepared outside of one's home. So many different fast food chains have popped up over the course of time, which leads Americans to believe that it's okay to eat fast food almost every single day. But how many of those Americans actually tip people that are working in the fast food industry? Today, I will be discussing why people choose to not tip fast food workers, ways that we can increase our tip revenue, and ways that we can give our customers a greater experience. I will start at the beginning, why people choose to not tip at fast food restaurants. As people that work to make money, like everyone else in this country, it's very hard to find people that actually tip at fast food restaurants. Tips are becoming non-existent. According to creditcards.com, that forum reported that millennials were more than likely to not tip at all. That same website also reported that 7% of diners in the South and West region of the United States tend to not tip at all. People do not believe in tipping people that work for the fast food industry. In PA, the federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, and an individual might think, why should I even tip someone who's bringing home a paycheck compared to people who are working at a sit-down restaurant such as Red Robin's or Chili's? Because they're making an average of $2 an hour where they could basically live off their tips. It has become a societal rule that us as Americans have to tip at sit-down restaurants. For example, a person might spend $20 at McDonald's and they won't tip the workers, but if they go to Denny's or any type of other restaurant and they have to tip, it's like a thing. But yes, tipping at restaurants has become a big part of our society, but what about us minimum wage workers? What are we getting out of it? According to Center for Economic and Policy Research reports that people between ages 25 and 54, 36.4% if you want to do percentage, work or have worked in fast food between 2010 and 2012, which kind of leads to believe that, people believe that a lot of teenagers or college students work in fast food, but that's not the case. Some people might even have a college degree and they can't find a job in it. There are some initiatives that can be taken to increase the tip revenue drastically. One great way to receiving tips in fast food restaurants is improving your attitudes. Almost everyone has something or someone that makes them extremely happy. For me, I love my animals. They bring me happiness before I go to work. I pet them, I cuddle them, and every time a customer comes in and they're a little bit out of order, I should say, I think about my animals, and that instantly makes me have a better outlook on the customer at hand. Also, giving the customer a better time will increase your tips. And if you give them a lot of attention, it'll benefit you as well. It makes them feel like your attention is everything, and they make it feel like you are putting your all into what they want. Do not bring or mix anything from your personal life into your work life. For example, if you're failing a class, or if you're going through some type of situation where there's a sick loved one in your family, you don't want to bring that into your work life because it just brings your sad, negative energy onto the customers, which then leads to no tips. Bettering your attitudes can improve tips in a very, 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 very positive way. Imagine giving others a great experience while also making tips in addition to your paycheck. Being nice to others can benefit a lot, and not only just for you, but for the customer as well. According to a study conducted through the Journal of Happiness Studies, the memory of doing something kind for someone causes us to want to do it again. And the result of us doing something nice can ultimately lead to the customer or anyone else basically helping you out. Entertaining your customers will also give them a better experience. Basically, if you want to ask them how their day's going or kind of interact with them in a positive way, and that would also help get your tips up. I always interact with customers. Me personally, I always ask them how they're doing, and I also make sure that they have everything before they leave. Tipping in fast food restaurants is becoming a lot more of a thing, but it isn't a total, what we have to do as society as big sit-down restaurants. Today I discussed why and how people should tip, and how people that are at fast food restaurants aren't getting as much tips as they are if they were working at a sit-down restaurant, and how those processes could be fixed or changed. I urge each and every one of you next time you work to boost your attitudes and think think to yourself, am I doing as much as I can to please the customer and for them to give me a tip? Thank you for your attention, and I hope you have a nice night.